Hi, this is Emily and Steve, and we're people watching movies. This week we reviewed Mulholland Drive. What did you think about it?
What did I think about it? We really disagree on this one strongly. We both have very strong opinions on this one. I thought this movie was brilliant. I thought just oh man, it was just so good. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Isn't for everybody. That's for sure. But it's a really good movie. It's twisted. It's very it's really in that David Lynch kind of style. It's directed, fantastically. It's got this very, because we're dealing with, dream logic and not like, you know, it's metaphoric and very surreal, and it's you can't take it literally. You cannot take it from beginning to end. It's more like
It blew.
into beginning to middle, maybe, depending
Yeah,
on.
but the beginning to the middle was so much longer than the end part of it.
But again,
It's
that's um, that's that,
wrong.
that's a theory. That's my theory.
You're,
But that's how the movie is. There's a lot of questions that you're being left with as it ends, and I think it's good. It's it's a lot different than all the movies that come out. It's
yeah.
hard to compare it to others. Um,
It's like an Inception on acid.
okay, right. You've compared it to it before. It is Inception as a film. It's much more straightforward. This film is much more out there. It's still kind of dealing with dream logic, but again, Mulholland Drive it's less even less conventional than Inception.
It didn't
Um,
make any sense. Whereas Inception, you could tell what the director wanted, where he was coming from. He
you
made up
can,
the yeah. But in Mulholland Drive, it's like I'm gonna take you on a day that I think is gonna happen when I'm hyped up on speed, drugs, and cocaine all at the same time. Speed and drugs and cocaine are all in drugs
right.
category, but you know what I mean. It's just like you need to be high to watch this
The
movie.
thing that when I no, well, see, when I watch it, the basic idea of it, I can understand that there's at least there's at least one reality in the film.
Yeah, but you don't know what it is. And like the whole time you're watching this movie and you're like, okay, it's kind of far out there. There's three different storylines. Okay, maybe more it'll make sense. It makes more sense, more sense. And then like halfway in the middle, the girls take a change. They go to this weird place and nothing makes sense after that.
That's because you're dealing with one dream.
Yeah, but you feel like there's some sort of like continuity and then there's just like this thrown in storyline and it just goes way downhill from there.
What is great about this film, which is um, to me, what makes a memorable film is it leaves you with something. What this film leaves you with, it
Is
leaves you
nothing.
with
It
questions.
leaves you with nothing answered.
But sometimes, okay, I wouldn't say, okay, not a lot's answered, that's true. But that's good sometimes because so many films come out and a lot of people would like a very decisive ending. This is how it ended, that's the end. Okay. But then after the film, that's it. You watched it. Something like this is a movie you can go back to again and again and again,
Let me
and you can
let me
still
just
be
state
entertained
that this
because
movie is 2.5 hours long. Now, I am not against long movies. Long movies, generally, if they're good, like they can be good. But some long movies are just really slow and unnecessarily long. This movie, after
I
I got
don't
done with it, I thought 2.5 hours of my life just gone.
know. No,
Yeah, because nothing was answered. I mean, at least if there's like an open-ended ending, you could be like, I wonder what the ending meant. And you could like talk about that, but as soon as you have one idea in your head, there are like 8 other possibilities that you like.
This
It's
is
just
okay. This is after one viewing. You've seen it once.
yeah, but I don't want to spend another 2.5 hours watching it again. I don't want to waste
Okay.
5 hours of my life
Okay,
on
take
this
it this
dumb
way.
movie.
Okay, you are focusing so much on things being unanswered. What about the story? What about the characters? What about how the idea how unique it is? How about that? How about as an idea
Okay,
it's
it
very unique?
is very unique. Unique sometimes is bad.
But I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's like an insane person made this movie and is trying to have everyone who is sane connect to it, but no one connects to it because it's so bizarre.
It is bizarre, but
Maybe if I was in a mental institution, I would like this
that's
movie.
why it's good. Because it's so bizarre and out there.
But it doesn't connect
Because
to
it's
anyone. It's not an action movie. It's not a.
no, it's like
I know, but you can't like.
what?
I
What
don't
were you
know.
gonna
I
say?
don't like this movie.
It was excellent.
No,
You know
it blew.
why did why?
I just
There
told
are
you why.
clearly among films that come out every year that you forget about. This is a film that's gonna remain in your psyche
Yeah,
for a long
remain as
time.
poo.
No,
I'm not saying that every movie should be like only action packed or only romance or only, hardcore stick to the genre that it's
right?
in.
And this is much different.
I know it's totally out there and
Yes,
but
but
I'm just glad I didn't go to the movies to see it.
well, I mean this is so out there and it's so unique and different. I think just that alone is a positive that it separates itself. And that being said, it is so different, and what you are left with is just something so different and interesting and fascinating that leaves you asking questions like, what's the blue box mean? You know, what is reality? What is the that club they went to? What is the meaning behind that?
I have no idea.
The change of Camilla, with the parallel kind of realities, the characters. What does it all mean? You know, it's so fascinating to me. And is there a meaning in a lot of it?
But there's no point unracking your brain around it because you're never going to find an answer. You're never going to come to anything.
But that's how movies are that leave you with open endings. So you brought up Inception. The ending to Inception, I think, is pretty straightforward. But people have their own conclusion, and that's the point: is that people have their own idea. Maybe it's not the point if there's a correct answer or wrong answer. It is your answer that is most important, and what you get out of the film, like all films. A lot of times, it's not what the director's trying to get across. A lot of the times, it's what you get out of it and your interpretation. You know.
I didn't like this movie.
It was brilliant. 2 thumbs up. It okay.
Okay. So I'm guessing you think it should be on the 250 list?
Without a doubt.
Higher?
This is a film, I'm a big David Lynch guy. But still that's no bias because I do like these kinds of films. I think they're so clever and unique.
You
And
need to
this
see Black
is
Swan because that movie's kind of on the same.
okay. We're talking about this movie.
I
and
know we're
what
talking about
movie
this movie, but
is
we
genius.
implied Inception before,
Yeah.
and that's kind of a mind bender. And I'm just saying, Black Swan, mind bender, awesome movie.
I'm just saying.
But this movie, but I'm just trying to say that I'm not like against all mind bending, weird movies because I liked Inception and I liked Black Swan, but this movie, I didn't like.
I bet if she does watch this one more time, but she never will because she's very picky, and once she doesn't like something, that's it. It's final. This is a movie that will grow on you for sure. Okay, so I just think it should be on it. What do you think?
I don't know.
No? Yes?
I don't know. Personally, I despise this film, but it is
Better
different,
than most.
and
Okay.
it it is unique, and it probably should be on there.
Okay. All right. I'm Steve and Emily.
And next we're watching Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
All right. We are people watching movies. Good night.